Hey, what's up, everybody? Mogian Monster here, along with Stevie B.
Hey.
Welcome to Why the Fascination, or WTF. Stevie B is a little under the weather. She's going to be in and out. Not feeling too good. I think she got too much sun the other day. Kind of got a little bit of a
Man, that heat kicked my ass.
heat exhaustion. Yeah. Hope everybody's doing well. Great to see everybody in chat. Sorry, usually I pop in and chat with the chatters.
We've been busy.
But yeah, we got I had one of the busiest weeks I've had yet this 4th of July week, past 4th of July week. Even yesterday was busy at work, so I'm catching up on work. She's been under the weather, so we're trying.
It's stupid. I went to the flea market. What was it? Saturday? Sunday? I don't know what day it was. Sunday. I go to the flea market and I'm there for maybe half hour, 45 minutes, and it's like this giant yard sale. So I'm walking around looking. I hit maybe 2 tables and looked a little bit, but then I started feeling it. I was sweating really bad, and then I just started getting lightheaded, and I had to search for water.
Trying to call it quits.
Yeah, and ever since then, yesterday wasn't so bad, but I woke up this morning, had a headache. My stomach is nauseous. I just feel exhausted,
She
drained.
slept a lot today too, so
I did, and you'd think that would have helped, but no.
you need it, obviously. I mean,
Yeah,
like I crashed out the other day at like
he came home.
9:30.
He came home from work and was home. It was earlier than that because
No, it was around 9:30. I walked in. I mean, I was here.
Yeah.
I fished or whatever. I was sitting outside fishing, and I just got hot and I got bit. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go lay down for a minute, cool off. Yeah, right. I slept for 10 hours straight.
He came in, went straight to bed, and I
Work
didn't see him
clothes
again.
on, everything.
I didn't see him again until the next morning.
Sure, guy. How are you? You were the first one in the door tonight. Good to see you.
Christy, thank you.
Hi, Harold.
Good to see you.
Welcome, welcome.
Hey, Jane.
Judy Wheeler. What's up?
Judy. You know what, Mr. Lee?
Hey, Christy.
If I would have pressed it, probably. He said heat stroke. I mean, it was that bad.
It was getting close.
I actually threw up on the way home. That wasn't good.
TMI.
Yeah, I know. But
Hey, Jim.
that's how bad it was.
Yeah,
Sharon.
That's not good.
Hi.
Mr. Lee, what's up, buddy?
Good to see you, Mr. Lee. I missed
Absolutely.
you last week.
Dina P, how are you? Yeah, so, hey, Northwoods. Garrel, I know you're here. I think I saw you. I haven't scrolled down that far yet. You guys just are cranking out the chats.
Piling in. That's cool.
Danny Staten. What's up, man? Who else? Think. About covered it. Then again, still scrolling.
Dina P. Good to see you, hon. Dina knows this heat
Hey.
we've had. It's just been
Hey, Jane, how are you?
incredibly hot. The humidity makes it unbearable. It's so-
Luckily, the next couple days, Pine Island, what's up, Jeff? Next couple days, it's supposed to not be as bad. Like maybe a 10-degree difference in temperature.
but that's
as far as the high
huge
temperature.
compared to what it's been. 10 degrees
But the
cooler.
humidity's still there. But, you know, hey, we got some rain,
I'll take it.
kept things cool. It's all right.
Yeah, today's definitely the most comfortable day it's been, I'd say, in the past week.
And it did get into the 90s today.
Yeah.
You got up 92 thereabouts.
Christy Sai. How you
Hey,
doing?
Christy, good to see you. Yeah, like I said, we got company coming. We got to go after the show. We're going to run down to Orlando. It's probably about an hour and a half ride, depending on which way we go. We got to go to the airport and pick up Mike, LIB, Long Island Bigfoot Mike.
He's coming to visit.
Yeah, he's going to chill with us for a week. We're going to drag him around a little bit, see what he wants to see, get him out on the water. there's so much stuff here. He'll have fun. Hopefully, I have a quiet week at work. So far, so good. I know he's like kept telling him, dude, don't overpack.
Huh.
Don't only bring 3 days worth of clothing. We have a washer and dryer. Just if you need room for a camera, leave out a pair of shorts.
I told him
or
anything
something.
with sleeves, leave it.
Yeah, no sleeves.
Yeah, it's cool. This will be the first time meeting Mike face to face. I've known him for a couple of years now.
Yeah, it's been a while now.
It's been a few years, so I'm excited. Excited to meet him, hang out with him. He did say he kept sending me pictures of the springs. He's like, I want to swim. He's like, I want to swim.
All right. Well, we'll
It's
figure.
like, cool.
It'll have to be it's better maybe Thursday.
Yeah, I told him
something
during the week. Yeah,
Monday maybe before he leaves, but we'll figure it out.
you can't go anywhere near those places
The
on
weekends?
the weekend. I can't even go to the fishing spot that I
And
like.
it's this
during
time
the
of year,
weekend.
even weekdays, it's busy. I
Yeah,
don't.
now that it's summertime,
Yeah.
kids are out of school, people
Yeah.
are taking vacations. Like a Monday, Monday, Tuesday are like the best days to.
Well, that's what I said. Possibly Monday, and he's
Yeah.
leaving on next Tuesday morning. But
Mr. Lee, yes, he's still.
oh, right on. Yeah, dude. Jeff says heading back to the cooler mountains of Idaho tomorrow. Right on.
Cool.
Continue on with your mosquito collection. I think the whole thing is a cool idea.
I do too.
What you call a New Yorker in Florida? Wait,
You know what you call a New Yorker in
Yeah.
Florida.
my neighbor.
I was going to say,
Everybody
Floridian.
Floridian, yeah.
a Floridian. Everyone's from New York.
I told that story when I first got here. When I was coming down here, I told you about the first time I came down. I stopped in Louisiana. I know it was Mississippi, and stayed the night with 7 pearls.
12 pearls.
Huh?
12 pearls.
Well, 7. It was 7 at
Yes.
the time.
Sorry.
Whatever. Pearl. And I said, that's when I learned the true meaning of Southern hospitality. So, I left there and I'm like, oh, giddy, I'm in the South. This is cool. And I got to Florida. And
The next
I was
message I
there
got
a
was,
day-
these
I-
fucking people don't know how to
I was
drive.
driving, that was one thing. But
Sorry.
I had to I went to a Home Depot and I'm just looking around. All of a sudden, I hear people start to talk. I forgot where I was. I was in Florida.
Yeah.
I thought I was in New York for a second. Everybody had a New York accent. I was like, oh man, I was looking forward to Southern hospitality. And I got to deal with New Yorkers.
Breeze, good to see you.
Hey, Breeze.
Breeze says, Moog, Stevie B, and everyone else, good to see you. I hope to make it up there to see you and all. See you all in LIB. Heck yeah. Get in touch. That'd be cool.
I'll tell you what, Breeze. Yeah, get in touch with us. We're not far.
No, not at all.
We'll
Probably
hook up.
closer to him than the airport.
I want to hook up with Jay Fritz as well, and maybe we'll go do lunch.
Right?
I think that's the plan. So, Breeze, you're welcome to
Do you
get
know
in
how
touch.
far-
You want to join us?
Dina, how far are you? I know I'm not exactly sure where you are.
Yeah, I'll do a impromptu
Get together.
meetup. Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, she says I'm like 3 hours.
Hey, D. 3 hours. Wow.
That's why I said, oh.
Never mind. No.
Oh, you're
yeah,
definitely welcome.
We drive 8 hours to Alabama.
Yeah. 7, 8 hours. Nah, Megs, don't let LIB take my spot on the sofa, Mr. Lee says.
I know. Hold on a second. Wow. Gary Johnson, how are you? He says, hot, hot, hot in July we are having. Yes, it is.
Yeah, indeed.
What else? Yeah, just trying to think of things to do. I mean, there's going up to Ocala.
Yeah, we're
But
probably,
over here across the lake, straight across the lake, there's this place called Haynes Creek. And I think it's supposed to be similar to the Dora Canal. Sort of that,
yeah.
just it's like going through the jungle in a boat.
Huh.
So I want to take them up that way.
I haven't been there. That'd be cool. I mean,
Yeah, no, you too. You're going.
I love the Door Canal. No, I know I'm going. I'm just saying. I love the Door Canal, but I'm always up for seeing new spots.
LIB says, wish I was there. Sounds nice. Get on a damn plane.
Right?
Actually, I think your plane leaves in about 40 minutes, not even 30 minutes. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so there's the Haynes Creek. You can take it all the way up, and I don't know how long it is because I've never been in it, but towards the end of it, in the middle of it, there's locks, and you
okay.
pull the boat in the lock, and they close the gate, and then they fill it up with water, and then they open the other side, and because there's a difference in water level between two lakes, they use locks, and that goes to Lake Griffith, or one
of them.
Because you can get to all these different lakes through these locks. Some of these locks are just canals, or
I mean, they're all connected. St. John's River,
probably
other river.
Eight lakes. Yeah, 8 lakes in this chain. Yeah, it's been a while since Mike flew. Have fun. Enjoy the flight, man.
Right.
Start off early. See, I gotta get used to them. It's because I look and I'm like, I can't read yet.
Well, at first, yeah.
I'm like, I can't see. Elena, how are you?
I just opened my mouth to say, Elena.
And my voice came out.
Yeah.
See how that happens?
Well, it's like earlier. I'm in the room doing something. I dropped a pair of scissors that came out of a container, and as soon as they hit the floor, he's in the living room. Hey, you got any scissors nearby? Total different end of the house. Hadn't spoken to each other in probably, the last half hour easily. You couldn't hear them. They were little plastic handled,
almost safety scissors.
Yeah, exactly. So and it fell on the carpet, so there's no way. Shut up. There's no way that he could have known. As soon as they hit the floor and he yells it out, I'm just standing there looking at him.
Like, shut up.
I'm like, shut. I think I said something worse.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Happens all the time.
I don't try. Imagine if I did try. I did just as far. Mike says, I'm just here doing my time.
Jane says, Mike, you should have called me for a ride. She's in Long Island also.
Harold says, Mike, don't eat peanuts. Stay out.
Do they still give peanuts?
I don't know.
I think they stopped that.
I haven't been on a plane in probably 10
They're
years.
so damn cheap now. They don't give food. They give drinks. You can get water and soda, I think. Anything outside of that, they charge you.
I think the last plane I was on was 2014.
They have foods. You could buy like
I don't remember food.
box lunch, like sandwiches and stuff, and they have a menu, but it's expensive as hell. They charge your card right there.
How was I flying? Oh, it's like, why was I on the plane? I went from Minneapolis to Phoenix. Chrissy says, I have never flown.
My mother never did either. I said that the other night. 78 years old. Her whole
I
life,
have
she never did.
flown. That's, wow. Want to get her down here and put her on one of the seaplanes.
I want to get on one of the seaplanes. You kidding me? That would be awesome. I mean, I've been on most types of aircraft, I think, other than seaplane. I've been on.
There's only like a few others.
Well, I was on the Goodyear balloon.
Helicopter.
Helicopter,
airplane.
plane. Yeah.
Done the helicopter when I was 10.
I want to get on the seaplane. I was on a helicopter in the Army a couple times.
Listen to Mr. Lee. It says, hit it, knuckleheads. Only 10 likes. Well, there's only 10 people here. No. Oh, there's 32 here. Good to see everybody.
Tristan,
Absolutely. These are driving me nuts.
why?
I just,
Not adjusting?
no.
You didn't give it long enough. Just saying.
Kaiju, what's up?
Sorry.
Sorry. I want to catch flying.
I don't mind flying. It's the friggin' airport. I can't get it out of the way of the airport. Dana says, I love takeoff. See, I'm like white knuckled takeoff.
Takeoffs are the best.
I know, I like landing. I don't know why. I know
feel
it's
that
good.
pin to your seat shaking.
You're thinking it's a roller coaster. Yes. LIB says, planes are easy. The process of getting on one, that sucks. And I have the worst luck. I have the worst luck of anyone you'll ever meet when it comes to airports. I've missed more flights.
Okay, if her flight is on Tuesday, I can guarantee you she will not make that plane until Wednesday.
Or Thursday.
It's a true story.
I've spent the night in more airports than I can't even remember the names of. I think the worst was Atlanta.
Harold says I was 5 when I got to fly around in a helicopter around the Iowa State Fair.
Oh, that's cool.
I was 10 years old and I came down to Florida with one of my dad's coworkers. He was a cop. He had family down in Florida, so I went down with his kids, and we were in Miami, and he took us up on a helicopter. That was cool.
Yeah, I did night tactical training with Air National Guard one time, and that was really cool. That was fun. You talk about a roller coaster ride. They intentionally made it thrilling
Oh, yeah.
to try to scare us. But it was cool. Very cool.
Let's see. Turn around.
Oh, wow. Mr. Lee says, I've been on a 17-hour flight to Thailand. My legs were like tree trunks after. I can only imagine 17 hours on a plane. I'm going crazy after 2 or 3.
I don't remember how long the trip to Italy was. We went from New York to Italy to Rome. I don't remember
Yeah,
how
it's
long
got to
that
be a long
was.
flight.
It was It wasn't like 17 hours. It was like
But it's Italy,
it was
so
less
it's
than
like
10.
I'll make the sacrifice.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was that was a great trip.
Anna says, LOL, no, I'm not doing it again. I'm getting a boat.
Mr. Lee, ever coming to USA? He's been here. He's been to Florida.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's been to the States.
I was laughing because of Tristan Alive, the perfect in-flight movie. Not if you're hungry.
Get on the plane and there's a soccer team on there, get off the plane. Just saying. Sorry guys, I'm gonna keep putting these on and off. No, I just playing this. What the hell? See, we got to get Mr. Haywood either down here or we got to go up there.
Yes.
Kind of want to go up there.
Sure, guy. Last time I flew, I got stoned big time in the bathroom. That was many years ago.
Damn.
Well, you got to figure you used to be able to smoke on a plane.
Yeah, I smoked on the flight to Italy.
I smoked on my way to boot camp when I flew down to South Carolina.
Matt Williams, how are you? It's been a while, man. Good to see you. Yeah, but getting stoned on a plane, that's pushing your luck, but good for you, Sharon. Right on. Good story.
Christy wants to know where's Michael from.
South Carolina. Oh, no, North Carolina.
North Carolina.
My bad. Like Central North Carolina. Yeah, we talk every day. It's fishing, but we talk. He is one funny man.
Oh my God. I think I got the ringtone today. His laugh.
She wants Michael's ringtone.
His laugh as a ringtone.
Michael's laughter as a ringtone. So let's see if I can find it. I think it was one of these.
That's him saying, "Don't you dare."
It was him.
Oh no.
He says technical difficulties here. Can't pull up the show.
Oh.
That's what Michael Haywood just said. I don't know which one. Which one is the laughter? I think it's one of these.
There's a few of them.
I'm sorry.
That ain't that one.
I can't.
Ain't that one?
Good God.
It starts.
Hey, man, I'm telling you,
It starts off him laughing.
I think we talked today. I think we talked. I think.
It's one of these. It was funny.
Oh my God! I thought.
No. I know it's together with. I don't know. Anyway, he's just got this laugh that it makes you laugh.
It's infectious. It really is. And I want it for a ringtone.
I thought I liked to fish. She fishes 10 times as much as I do.
More. I think he does more.
Oh, I said 10 times as much as I do.
Oh,
Oh, you think he does more than I do? I mean, like more than 10 times?
yeah.
What do I have to do? Start sleeping with a fishing rod in my head?
No, I think it's awesome that he's out there fishing. A year ago,
Yeah, a year ago he was not doing good.
he was recovering from.
Hip surgery, hip replacement.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's got some cool spots that he fishes.
This was funny. One day, he's sending pictures, and I'm like, you know what? I bet he's just sending the same damn picture. It's the same fish.
Same fish.
And I said it out loud to myself, and the next message I get is him laughing.
Laughing.
I've just been sending that same fish over and over again. I'm like, you son of a bitch. And I started laughing. I told him, I said, dude, I knew that. But yeah, I got 10,000 pictures of Brent.
Me too.
Some of them are big. I mean, like I said, I don't know how big his hands are, but he's holding one of those fish and it just like covers his whole hand. Harold says, way back before I blocked my ex's number,
What?
her ringtone was the Star Wars Imperial March.
That's Northwood.
Huh?
You said Harold.
Oh, I'm sorry, Northwood. Sorry. I stand corrected. Matt, you haven't been on for about 3 years. Well, not since Bigfoot, man.
Matt said, "What's up, Modes? Long time no see."
Yeah, I said hi. Catch up.
I am trying.
So you're gonna do the show, or what are you gonna do? You got
No.
shit to do?
I just finished eating. Mind your business. I have to try to put something on my stomach.
Yeah, I didn't feel like cooking tonight and doing this keto shit. I go to the store and I'm lost. I'm just like, I grabbed a rotisserie chicken and a bag of cauliflower, broccoli, carrot mix, and I steamed the vegetables and
It's fucking awesome.
ate half a chicken, well, probably a quarter of the chicken. Put a half chicken on my plate though.
Yeah, I took the breast of the chicken and a little pile of veggies.
You know what I have not done yet is posted the link. I apologize, guys. So, guys, the link is in chat. If anybody wants to click on the link, come hang out on the show, hang out, bullshit, whatever. Click that link and join me. Or join us. Or I
You,
don't know how long she's here.
a few more minutes.
Top Craig, how are you, man? Just don't see him right now. I don't know what's going on.
Pop Craig, good to see you.
Jane says you must have some gas from all those veggies. I don't know.
Maybe a few days ago.
I was doing like salads a lot, and I cut back on that a little bit. I think I just got lazy. But I'll do a lot of rice cauliflower. That seems to be a decent medium as far as, a side, and then I'll have vegetables or whatever. But even though that's vegetable, I can mix cheese in with it, or whatever. I think the one day I made linguine and clam sauce, but the clam sauce I had on the rice cauliflower. It's different.
Hey, Alex.
Alex, how are you, man? Good to see you.
Laser, good to see you.
Yeah, I don't know how far I'm going with this whole diet thing. I mean, I'll figure it out. I'm on track. I'm losing weight.
20 pounds.
I feel good. Yeah, I'm a little over 20 pounds. So,
Mr. Lee said he's impressed. I am too. I'm proud of you because you've done good in spite of me eating whatever I want for the most part.
well, like I made pork chop last night, but I also made 2 eggs. But on hers, I fried up the little hash brown patties, 2 of those, egg on each one, and I had the same thing except without the hash browns.
right.
Eating a lot of bacon, eggs, meat, vegetables, not
Chicken, steak,
fish,
fish.
scallops,
Pork.
shrimp, whatever I can, reasonably do,
Harold says it's starting to show in your face, Smokes.
not eating like a king. Thanks, man. Yeah, no, that's usually the first place it shows is my face, my arms or whatever, but the one place I want to lose it is down here.
And you have.
This is always the last to go.
Yeah. Mr. Lee says Smokes doesn't have to be forever, just feel healthier.
Oh no, I feel good. The main reason really was in the beginning because my knees hurt. I know I got to that point. I was almost 250,
Your knees,
and
your
I
foot.
got to that point where my knees started to hurt again, and I was like, "Oh no!" And the first thing I noticed within the first 10 pounds was my knees stopped hurting.
I went to move.
You need an ashtray?
Yes, I went to go grab it, but she's on my foot.
Oh,
Maya's laying on my foot.
so yeah, within 10 pounds, I felt the difference in my knees. Like I said, I feel good. I never went through that. You hear about people talking about the keto flu. I don't even know. Maybe I'm not in ketosis. I have to be. I'm not doing any friggin' carbs.
None. No sugar.
No sugar. I look at everything, and if I do any carbs throughout the day, it'll probably be less than 20 grams or whatever it is. It's really small. Mike sounds better. It's because I moved it over right here since Stevie's not on. Normally it's in between us, so we share it. Somebody just said the mic sounds better. Don't look at me that way. Don't look at me in that tone of voice. Yeah, I have to figure out either I have to pick up a different or 2 different mics for that one system. I don't know. So we can share mics because each have a mic. I have everything for it. I just got to get that extra mic. Hey, Blazer.
Oh my God, I say that all the time.
He says, I quit my mechanic job, my auto mechanic job. I can do without the carbs. Boom. Automotive humor. Or mechanical humor. Hey, Claude. Yes, I survived the hurricane. Thanks for asking, says Claude. How was that storm up there when it passed through? I know it caused some flooding in Texas, but I didn't see that much. I've been watching the storm, but not the devastation it might have caused, or the aftermath, if you will.
Yeah, wicked storm come through yesterday. Late in the afternoon. We watched it all around, like surrounding the area. And then it closed in on us pretty quickly too. A lot of rain.
Yeah, I was on the dock and waiting for 2 boats to come back yesterday. And I looked to my left or my right and dark clouds and lightning. Look to the left, dark clouds and lightning. And I'm like, shit. And I looked all around me and it was just like I was surrounded by these clouds and then they just kind of covered and Luckily, the people got in just as it was starting to rain. The wind had kicked up pretty much, and I'm like worried because these guys are new boaters. And as soon as he got that nose past the dock, I like just pulled him in with the rope and checked it in. But sure as shit, by the time I finished checking it in, they were already off the dock. Here comes the rain and these huge drops, and the dock is probably 200 yards. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, 150 long. Well, I had to walk that in this brutal rain, wind.
Rain.
Like I was wearing my clogs and I had to take them off because I was, well, they're Crocs, clogs, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, they're a Croc. So if I put the strap up, does that make it a clog? Slip. Crocs. Yeah. I couldn't walk in them because my feet were soaking wet, so I had to just carry them and walk up the dock in bare feet.
Hey, Bobby.
How are you, Bobby? Who else? Who else? Did I miss anybody? This might be a dumb question. It is. But if you fish in a storm, that does make a difference in terms of a better chance of catching fish or not. Usually, during a storm, I don't know. Usually just before a storm, a lot of times that the fish turn on and I think it's the change of pressures as they come through. Low pressure system like a storm, fish like to bite. High pressure, they'll bite, but not as much. Like on a sunny day. I tried fishing before, after, and during, and I didn't catch shit.
We actually fished during or right after at the end of the hurricane that year over at the church. You remember that? That next morning? I'm trying to think of what hurricane it was.
Did we catch fish?
I don't think we did, no.
No. Surprising, because where I taught her to fish, this church,
Yeah.
we caught some good fish in there.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of fish. Same fish, because we let them go.
Sorry. That was actually the first place I caught a fish on in the world. Yeah. You showed me how and then you left. Remember that first day when I caught?
Sounds terrible.
Yeah.
And you left.
You came back. You always do.
Yeah, it was when I had to go back to Arizona. I wonder if my screen's dirty. That's what I feel like. I feel like the screen's dirty.
Your screen looks darker though.
Hang on.
Is the light on your screen up?
Oh, the
background? Because look at the difference between your screen and mine. Yes, Bobby, that's in Longwood. There's a church that we would go fish. Where they stop the parishioners, there's one gentleman that goes and catches fish
here
out
in the
here
Harris chain and
brings them over there
yeah.
and dumps them in the lake over there.
stocks them down there. Let me wipe up my screen real quick.
It's cool because they do like family events, where they'll bring the kids out and fish with the kids. There were certain days, I think it was Mondays, that we couldn't go over there to fish because of that.
Yeah, they would do a lot of family events and stuff with the kids.
See how dark your screen is compared to mine?
Yeah, my brightness is probably down.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I'm sure it's affecting your vision.
That was enough. I don't know. I'd have to go to. I don't want to mess with. I don't want. I don't want to touch anything.
No.
Next thing I hear is shit, and I gotta go back and log back on because I just logged off. Let's see. Blazer, when you said walleye, I was thinking Minnesota. Ironically, the first walleye and the last walleye I caught was in Arizona. People don't think of Arizona and walleye. They're there. But all the other ones in between was in Wisconsin and Minnesota. All right, try this again. What?
I just posted the link. Somebody come join, jump on, come hang out.
Thank you all. I'm playing hurry up and wait with everyone else. Montana has walleyes. They don't want them here. Predator fish. Who? There's another place I heard that about walleye. What the hell?
Jay said he had a great fishing partner today. A huge blue herring. That's Mo. A lot of the time out here, we'll have one. I think he's posted a couple pictures or shorts.
Yeah, he'll come right by. I'll like, hey D, how are you?
Hi. How you been? I lost about 37 pounds going low carb too.
Oh, right on.
Yeah,
Good for you.
it does work.
Oh, absolutely. You gotta just be strict about it.
It's hard though. I'm taking a break right now and just trying to maintain, but it was hard after a while just being completely low carb. It was but now I'm doing mostly pastured meat, organic, that kind of thing.
Grass fed, yeah. Right on. Yeah, that's my thing is I'm used to having sides and rice or potatoes and all this other pasta, and to walk away from all that it's like, now what? What do I eat now? So I'll look things up. I don't like doing processed foods, but like I was looking for keto chicken coating mix, something like that's not breadcrumbs, because plain chicken gets boring.
Yeah, it does.
And they have keto breadcrumbs. They're not, I guess
Yeah.
It's not bread, but whatever it is.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the heck it is either. I'm mostly just trying to do like not very much carbs. And if it is, it's rice usually. But yeah, it's working. I feel better. I look better. I'm a happy girl with it, with the whole
That's
thing.
good. Yeah, if you're having success with it and you're comfortable, and that's awesome.
Well, 37 pounds is pretty good.
Absolutely.
Although I'm hoping for more, but 37 is good. I'm happy. It makes a big difference.
How
when
long have you
you're-
been doing it?
over 6 months now.
Okay.
So it wasn't fast. And I'm kind of on a plateau right now because, like I say, I'm kind of taking a break, but I
Sure.
haven't gained it back either. So,
No, and that's the important thing. If you can maintain that weight, and then, you want to take off more, you know how.
yeah. It takes a lot of discipline sometimes, though. In the summer, when you want to have those s'mores and the ice cream and all of that stuff.
Papa said that. Papa's telling me forget all that keto store crap. It's garbage.
Yeah, a lot of it is. Unfortunately, it is a lot of it.
Yeah. No grain.
I was eating a lot of it. Now, here's the best thing you can do for yourself. Make friends with a farmer. Find yourself a good farmer somewhere around. Get your meat from there. I gotta
It's
warn you, the meat is in peril right now. You probably know, maybe you don't. It seems like they're trying to get rid of our food is being messed with. Let's put it that way. We know that, right?
oh
Hope
yeah,
everybody knows that.
GMOs.
And the meat I have been running into, it smells funky, even though it's kind of old, and I'm expecting it to smell like rotting meat. Instead, it smells like chemicals.
That's not good.
They have okayed artificial meat now, is what I hear. They've said, yeah, it's okay for human consumption. I'm not really happy with that one, and so now I don't trust anything from the supermarket anymore. So I don't know. Just thought
No,
I'd warn you.
I work for a boat club, and I'm friends with one of the members, and he goes through a farm. So I have to get the name of that place, and he's like, yeah, it's more expensive, but
Hmm.
you're paying for grass-fed, grass-finished beef or chicken, or it's all really good stuff.
Yeah, it's more reliable. And by the way, duck eggs. I found I love duck eggs. They're so much better than the hen eggs we get at the store. And I found a place that has duck eggs. They're great. They're about twice the size of a hen egg, and usually they sell for cheaper. So
Really, I don't know
yeah,
that I had a duck egg. I probably have.
I love those.
I probably
So
have.
yeah, it's really good. We're right in the season now to go to farmers markets and stuff too. So I'm really happy about that. I'm looking forward to getting to the farmers markets and picking up all the fresh stuff from actual people instead of from the
Local, yeah,
supermarket.
yeah.
It's much safer.
Turkey eggs are really good, Jay. Yeah.
Really, that sounds good. Yeah.
Quail eggs are supposed to be good. They're small. They're
They're
tiny.
tiny, and you don't eat them as a meal.
Yeah.
That's a decoration.
One day I'll get me some ostrich eggs. No, I ain't gonna get no ostrich eggs. I'm kidding. So
There's an ostrich farm out in Arizona, down in Phoenix, and they actually have an ostrich festival.
really,
I've never been to it, but I wonder if you can get eggs there.
I don't know, but you know what?
that'd be
It might
cool
be
as hell.
worth it. You can make
One
a
egg
pretty
feeds like 4 people.
high howler. Yeah, you might. You might actually. Well, you'd have a really, really big. I think with an ostrich eggs, you'd probably have an omelet for 4 people, wouldn't you?
Yeah, probably you'd be able to feed 4.
Yeah.
I didn't know they
So-
could lay eggs there, Jay. Howler, what's up?
Sasquatch eggs.
He's kidding.
Turkey eggs. You know what? If I could get turkey eggs, I'd try them. Absolutely. And I hear goose eggs are also good. But it's protein, folks, and it's safe protein.
Yeah,
I'm going to
that's-
tell you right now, there have been people talking, watch out for your ground meat right now. any kind of ground meat because they're using meat glue, and also, I don't know if you know about it, but yeah, there is this substance called meat glue that unfortunately you're going to end up with maybe a bad meat. How can I say it? The bacteria can
It's
get
gonna
on the
get
different
you.
cuts of meat. They use scraps and glue it together, and it looks like a whole steak. And you can kind of tell when it's raw, but once it's cooked, it looks like a normal steak. But
Never
it's
heard of that.
not safe.
Never heard of that.
And I heard of it for a long time, but I guess now it's really popular because things are expensive. When things get
Jamie
expensive, people
Cotterill,
look
how
for
are you?
ways to cut corners.
Good to see you,
Oh
Bob.
yeah, people have been cutting corners forever,
Hmm.
and it's
So
usually at our expense.
yeah, and if you can get lamb is wonderful. I don't know, and I love
Oh, I
venison.
love lamb.
Yeah, I can't hardly get venison, but they are starting to have it now at some of our supermarkets. But once again, it's at a supermarket. I'm not sure I really trust it. I'm not sure I trust much of anything at a supermarket anymore.
See, on this, well, I guess we'll call it a diet. I think venison's too lean. I mean, I love venison, but there's no fat in venison.
Yeah, that's true. It's a very lean meat. But that's why you wrap it in bacon.
Bison is good. Bison's awesome.
Bison. Oh yeah, bison.
Blazer, you're spot on with that one.
Elk. 100%. If I could get some
Absolutely.
elk, I would love that.
Elk is like the best. I've never had moose, so I can't talk on that. But elk, I love like above a
Absolutely.
deer any
Elk
time
is
of
the
the day.
best. It's the top of the line, but
Gator's good.
Even-
I've only had it a handful of times.
yeah, me too. I had it once. It was better than the best steak. It was like, oh geez, we've been missing this. We made a mistake. We made a mistake.
Hey,
Okay,
Cynthia.
right.
All right.
Yeah, moose.
Never had it, but I
Well, that sounds kind of personal, the way you said it there.
what?
I have a dirty mind. Never mind. Moose was the best I ever had.
Oh,
Oh yeah, well, I think I dated that guy in college too. I'm kidding.
he was captain of the football
I'm
team.
bad. I'm bad. I'm really bad. I have that kind of a sense of humor. Can't help it.
Sorry, I dropped my light.
Alligator's good. Yeah, that sounds good. I have never had a chance to try that. It's chewy.
I dropped my lighter. Got into a fucked up spot. I couldn't grab it.
Yeah, I never had a
Oh,
chance
I
to try
think I
that
pulled
either.
something.
We
I
went
get
to my ex's relative's place, and he was a hunter, and we were really looking forward to trying all of the different kinds of meat and tasting what they taste like. And he got rid of it all before we came because they thought that we wouldn't eat it. I'm like, oh no, we were really looking forward to trying some of that.
Cynthia
got
says
just regular
kangaroo,
beef.
the worst meat I've ever had.
Kangaroo?
I don't think I'd do a
Ooh.
roo. Yes.
Seems like that'd be probably kind of tough. They're very muscular.
Yeah, they're all jacked up. They're scary looking.
I know the males look like heavyweight championship boxers or wrestlers or something. I don't know how I would.
Jay
Get
says
through
gator tastes like chicken, just a little chewy.
It's
All
overcooked.
strange things taste like chicken. It's weird. Except
frog-
people.
frog
I hear that we taste like pork.
No, we are the long pig.
Yeah,
How did you say? What about cow tongue?
sweet pork or something.
My
I
mom
always
used to-
wonder
I haven't
about that.
I like cow tongue. I haven't had it since I was young.
I
My
don't
dad,
think I had it cooked very well.
no, my dad made it a couple
I've heard
times.
so many people say that.
No, we used to get that from a deli in New York every time we went to New York.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
where
like
you
go-
could get
go-
good.
Get a good sandwich like a pastrami or a tongue sandwich, or yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, a good cow tongue sandwich is actually really nice.
Sandwiches.
Really, really good lean, but it's lean though, but it's really good if it's done right.
Blazer said kangaroos are deer on steroids with a tail problem.
You know,
Yeah, frog legs taste like delicate chicken. Very delicate chicken. They actually have some at a Chinese buffet around here. They have frog legs.
That's the only place I've had them was at a Chinese
I'm
buffet.
not sure that's such a good.
And I
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good first time. I got to find somebody that can really that knows how to cook frog legs and have them teach me.
The butcher down the street sells
Spam.
frog legs.
Yeah, what is in spam anyway?
Jamie says, "Have we made it to the fishing section yet?" So not yet. I mean, well, yeah, I guess we kind of talked about it earlier. Fishing.
Well, I get, you know what? We are seeing in my local Aldi's, we are seeing a lot of fresh caught, or what did they call it? Wild caught fish.
Uh-huh.
And so yeah, I could recommend that if you can get that. It's not very expensive either. So you can get wild caught fish and that's better for you.
Northwood says one time my sister got a sandwich that had a piece of ham that looked like a tongue. The waitress freaked out when she saw it.
Southtown Media.
Ah,
That's funny.
oh wow, somebody's
what's
got a
going on?
spam recipe there.
J. Fritz, spam, 3 eggs, homemade biscuits, milk, gravy, milk gravy.
Jamie says Chinese buffet. No way not see no, we not see your cat.
Oh, my cat just jumped up right here, Cowboy the Manx.
He heard Chinese food. He's like, what?
What?
He heard somebody talking about cats, and he's right here.
Close.
He's
Brown?
got to get him some pets. Yeah, spam a lot.
Southtown will just take your word for it.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think Cowboy might be just
Grizzly,
a little
yeah.
miffed if he ever found out.
Greasy bristly.
Kaiju said French kiss a ham sandwich. It's because the ham didn't look like tongue. I wonder what the waitress did. Did she like
Yeah, the place that says waitress. My egg roll has whiskers.
and it's moving? Wait a minute. I didn't order an egg roll.
It's the fettuccine Alfredo.
Aw,
I almost said Alfredo.
that's rough.
Alfredo.
Leave these poor animals alone.
They're coming into the show now and like, what the hell's going on here?
Right? All right. Where is it? All right, guys. Link is in chat. If anybody wants to join us, click on that link. Follow the directions.
Fettuccine Alfredo? What? What? Oh,
It's an Asian.
God.
It's an Asian Italian dish.
Oh my goodness. No, thank you. Nope.
Northwood says
Actually,
even if they let us off the base in the Philippines, I don't think I would have eaten the local food.
Mm. I hear that Philippine food can be good, but yeah, what's in it?
Hey,
You know, you gotta
it's a
wonder.
different culture. People eat
Eat different.
whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
chose to,
Pitch the bugs and crickets.
yeah, no bugs. Like, oh, or make dogs and cats
Yeah.
our family members.
Hmm.
Just like Indian
I think
with cow.
I heard somebody say, just treat a dog like a dog. I treat them like kids.
Yeah.
I'm like
Oh,
spoiled or rotten.
no, I am sure not into fried bugs. Seaweed, though, I like seaweed if it's good, like good crispy
Oh, like what
seaweed
do
treats or
you call
something.
that?
That's good.
Nori. I think is the seaweed.
Yeah, hit the like button. See, we know who you are.
It's probably me.
Fly by Stu, how's it going? He said, Sharon, Mr. Lee, it's been too warm here, bro. Raining, but warm. Tropical. I feel you.
Mr. Lee keeps saying he's cold.
You know, I'm kind of thinking it would be dangerous to eat cat and dog meat because cat food and dog food is very
Ew.
nasty stuff.
Yeah, it is.
So,
I changed my dog's diet. Um,
thank you,
I
Mr. Lee.
I stopped giving her trying to get her off of all grain. Because
Yeah, me too.
I made this argument the other day to a guy who was selling dog food. I said, well, dogs don't eat grain in the wild. He goes, yeah, but they'll eat the stomach contents of something that's been eating grass. It's like, yeah, but that's not an everyday, it's
Every meal.
a technicality,
Yeah, that is a long ways. That is a long, long ways. It's like cat food. No, you have never seen them. When you look at this, what Rachel Ray has, this cat food supposed to be so good. Have you ever seen cats stalking chickpeas or beets
No.
or any of that stuff? It's like, no, they don't eat it, man. Cats
No,
do not eat that.
we
They're
have
meat eaters.
too many cats around here. We have a couple dozen feral cats around here.
More than that.
No, a couple dozen would
All
be.
these little kittens.
Well, now, yeah, they
Yeah.
just had a new litter. Kittens having kittens.
Little tiny.
Cats are brutal on the environment as far as they will kill anything.
Yeah, they'll kill to eat anything. They'll eat just about
No, but they'll
anything.
kill for sport. They'll just kill to kill. They'll have fun and kill, and that's it. They won't eat it. They'll just done. Next.
I
Cats
haven't
do
really
a
found
lot
that
of-
too much. If they're fed,
Oh,
if
trust
they're well
me.
fed,
Look into
the
it.
problem
Cats
is
do-
they
have a major effect on the environment.
have an instinct to kill and eat stuff, but if they're not really hungry, they'll just leave it. Yeah. If
Yeah, but
they're
they'll
well
kill it.
fed, they'll leave it. Yeah. That's why is they can't help though that they have an instinct to kill things. It's how they get by in the wild. And cats are still half wild, so
Cats are pompous.
they can't help it.
Cats are just like, they don't give a shit. They're like, whatever.
But some of them are a lot more peaceful. And actually, one of the things I noticed is once they know that somebody is family, they leave them alone. Like, for instance, we had guinea pigs, dog, cats. The dog and cat knew the guinea pigs were family. They never harmed them. Okay. So we never had to worry about that. We were a little bit worried when one of them would get loose, but no, it was
No,
never a
it's,
problem.
Peru or something.
Yeah, yeah, I think you're right.
So
She was just saying how guinea pig is a delicacy in some countries. I
is
think
what?
it's like guinea pig's a delicacy in some countries.
Oh yeah,
South
they
America,
are. Yeah,
Peru,
yeah.
or
Cavies. Yeah,
they run wild.
cavies are
I
caught for
know, but it
food.
just
That's
sounds
true.
funny. Herds of guinea pigs, you know, right? little
And they
guinea
come
pig
from
colonies.
they're relatives to the cavies, and cavies are caught for food. Yeah, they would be hors d'oeuvres for most animals because they're mostly fur. They're tribbles. Basically, they're tribbles, guys. Okay.
They just multiply. I'm just reading chat, guys. Northwood says, for some reason, cats follow me everywhere. Do you smell like fish?
Yeah. Do you fish a lot? Do a lot of fishing?
Oh, my ex.
Yeah, for some reason, cats
Oh.
follow my ex everywhere.
These things work, right? So I rest my case.
You love glutton.
Gluten.
Perhaps
Yes,
you mean
in
gluten, Jay.
Peru. I was right. In Peru, guinea pigs are a
Peru.
delicacy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, you know, there are people in this country, country folk, that eat squirrel. There are people that survive
Oh,
on
absolutely.
squirrel and possum. You know,
I've had
they're not
squirrel,
very
I've had
big,
rabbit.
but
I haven't had possum.
rabbit, yeah.
I had a squirrel rabbit stew. It's good.
Patrick Vaughn, good to see you. Patrick says guinea pig is gamey.
Jay says, I love going to the Chinese restaurant, and the owners says, oh no, not him again.
Oh, that's
now
another
I
thing I
find it
love.
weird going to a buffet because it gives me like 4 choices. I end up with a pile of vegetables and meat.
Squirrels taste like chicken. Hmm. Wer ist Mus ein pesky squirrel? Rocket J Squirrel and
Mike,
Bullwinkle Moose.
have a great trip. Flight. We'll see you in a couple hours. Be safe. LIB, Long Island Bigfoot Mike he's boarding. He's at the airport right now. He's boarding a plane as we speak, and he's joining us for the week. He's going to come down to the house, and I'm going to go pick him up at the airport. And yeah, as soon as this show's over, I got to hop in the truck and head to Orlando. Yeah, well, I'm driving.
Still happening.
So I was like, what time is it?
Are you down in Florida?
Yeah.
Well, shit, I'm going to come down there and visit you. I might come down there to visit you then.
Yeah, I was in Arizona, and then after my father passed away, I came back to Florida.
Geez, I honestly, Florida, my grandmother lived in Florida all the end of her life, and my aunt down in Narcousie, if anybody heard of it. It has exactly one crossroad.
I just needed a place to put my feet down and start a home base, and we'll figure it out from here. You know, we're going to travel and whatever. But yeah, Florida, I always was like, I never thought I'd end up in Florida. When I was in Arizona, I was like, Florida sucks. I ain't going to Florida. And fucking here I am.
Well, how many alligator have you pulled out of your yard?
No.
One.
Well, it wasn't in the yard. No, I hooked one by accident.
Oh,
So I had to pick him up by the tail and pull the hook out. It wasn't big. Right in front of my I'm 5 feet from the water. My house is literally 5 feet from the water, and the alligators that we have right outside the house are small. But you go over to the lake where I work, just one lake over, and there's a good 9-footer that hangs out by the marina.
cool. I live now on the edge of, I live in basically bogland, a wetland area. So it's very wet around here. Lots of lakes, rivers, streams, everything. Lots of Bigfoot too. Oh yeah, plenty
I
of
live
Bigfoot.
We live in Lake County, so we're surrounded. We're about 15 minutes from Ocala National Forest, and there's over 600 lakes in that forest. Yeah, I'm being a fisherman. I'm in heaven.
You know,
Oh
like,
yeah, there's a lot of fish up here too. We have some good fishing spots. I know some people who fish all the time. I would probably too. But I was thinking, yeah, if I would move somewhere, I would consider Florida. I
It's
would
humid.
consider it.
It's humid.
ready to go.
I,
I don't know that
I
I'd
don't
be a
like the
swimmer
politics
if you
much,
call
but
it
I
that.
consider Oregon.
I look at properties just for shits and giggles online. But I look all over from Maine to Arkansas. It's like I'm just like where would be a cool place to live?
Maine.
I don't want to deal with the cold.
No.
I'm done with the cold. And
Would
Maine
burn the
has
stove and I'd be inside the whole winter. No, I wouldn't.
Maine is
Used to it,
cold.
Just like being here in Florida. I used to again.
Yeah,
Tina
that's
said-
me. I don't want to deal with the cold. I'm looking for somewhere that's not got the harsh winters we can have here. I'm in Ohio, so
Yeah, you get rough winters there.
yeah, we can have some really,
And the only
really
place to
big
go
winters.
is south.
Yeah. And I'm just trying to figure out where I would.
Arizona
Where
is
I would
nice.
like it.
Arizona is really nice because you don't have the humidity, but it does get hot. Mikey, what's up?
Hey Max, how you doing, man?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing awesome, and it's good to see you, Stevie B. I hadn't seen you in a while, and Miss Ocean, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Good to be seen. Rex Goodrum, how are you? So what have you been up to, Mikey?
Enjoying retirement
Right on.
and streaming. I had to. I told you I got a brand new PC a couple months ago for my wife. Beautiful present. It was for our anniversary. We just recently celebrated our eighth wedding anniversary, so it was
Congratulations.
basically an anniversary gift. Thank you. Yep, that was back in April.
Past
and
that 7-year
what-
itch.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, well, I mean, we got married because she's a minister. As I mentioned before, we got married actually secretly in Niagara Falls in 2015, but we got married in Arizona. Justice
on.
of the peace and everything. So yeah, it's been
where
eight
in AZ?
8 years in one place, 9 years in another, and 14 years when we first met. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. And we just decided to take a little break. We have a live stream coming up in August. We're going to be talking about Deadpool and Wolverine after it comes out. So yeah, panel and everybody. So we're looking forward to that. We just had to step away for a little bit. I mean, we got like over 160 videos on our Mikey Sue's 4 channel, and made some changes, and so plus we got some more other shows that we're going to be doing reviews about. I'm going to be doing Red Dwarf coming up, Get Smart, and
Oh, really?
yeah, and going to be doing some. Right now we're doing Fridays when we come back after September 1st. On Fridays we're doing Star Trek films, and then all of them, and then we'll be doing the Star Wars films after that. So
Cool.
Sounds
Yeah.
like a plan.
yeah,
I'm a sci-fi fan, sci-fi and fantasy.
Deadpool,
Yeah.
Deadpool and
Um,
Wolverine. That's a hell of a combination.
yeah. Yeah,
Hmm.
what I love about the trailers, which I've already seen, we've seen all three here, and it premieres here in Canada on July 25th, and everywhere on the 26th of July. I believe that's correct. What we see in the trailers is that they bring back Wolverine in his full yellow spandex, which they used to show in the comics.
Sure, the
And
yellow
I
and
know
black.
The yellow and black, right? And I know somewhere in heaven, Stan Lee is smiling big time because he's always wanted that, But they never got it set to where they were gonna have him dressed that way, and that's not against Hugh Jackman. That's just the way that he wanted
No,
to be
that's who created the character that way. I
all
mean,
done up, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. And L3 or Lee 3PO, it's exactly the way the channel is for us now. I took away the in between me. It used to be Mikey _ Seuss 4. I took that away, so now it's just Mikey Seuss 4. Yeah.
right on.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Lee. Yeah, Red Dwarf is going to be
Hey,
fantastic.
Patrick.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to tell him that if you guys didn't know, it's in Britain it's considered series, not exactly like seasons and stuff. So technically, there are 74 episodes comprised of Red Dwarf over about I think it's almost a 30-year period. Yeah, because there's different times where it showed a few episodes, then it stopped, then it came back, then it stopped. So it was like back and forth. And there's supposed to be a 75th 2-hour reunion episode coming out next year. So I'm basically trying to get to that so I can let everybody know that when that premieres, I'll have that, hopefully I'll have it set up so everybody can watch it and
Right on.
then we'll comment on it. So yeah, it's gonna be
So
fun.
Jeff says, be careful saying Star Trek and Star Wars in the same sentence. He says, are you trying to start a sci-fi nerd nuclear war?
No, Pine Island, I'm not. In fact, back in the day before internet really got going, we used to have an interactive role-playing game called Star Wars versus Star Trek, and it consisted of a lot of people that were typical nerds. I mean that they would come up and create these big ships of their own and fleets of their own and places in the known universe, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, but crude way, because I mean we only had like this one space open on the internet that we could actually play it interactively, and we could only play it by way of the library computers, I guess, because regular PCs couldn't accommodate it or hold it. So yes, oh my God, you're right. The Stargate franchise, yeah,
Stargate was a great series.
yeah.
The original one.
It
The
was.
Atlantis was all right.
The universe was interesting.
It was, but it was cool. I enjoyed that. The original with, Amanda
Kurt
Tapping.
Russell,
Oh yeah, the
No,
original
that was the
Stargate
movie.
was
I mean,
cool.
the series.
the movie, yeah, but that was great. Yeah,
Yeah, the movie was
Amanda
good, and
Tapping was great.
it was cool to see like reoccurring characters show up in the series that were in the movie.
Exactly.
Like Skara was the kid. He was in the
Mhm.
movie, and then he came back also in the series.
And actually, all through the Stargate series, they had some of the originals show up again.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
really neat, all the way to Universe.
Yeah, that's right.
Wasn't Jason
So
Momoa? Wasn't he in Atlantis?
Jason
Yeah, I
Momoa?
think so. Well,
Yeah, I think you're right.
Somebody was, and I'm trying to remember who it was. I thought it was Jason Momoa. I don't
Yeah.
remember.
well, I like that
Oh,
they had the continuity.
Yeah,
well, sure. Yeah, Lost in Space Breeze. I already have someone. One of my people in our community is already doing that, or has been doing it for a while, working on. I think he's almost into season 3, almost for that.
Can you get
It's
me
out
that?
there. People have been doing Lost in Space for a while.
I thought the series that came out later, that last one, Lost in Space, was kind of dark. You know,
Yeah. Was it
I mean,
wasn't it like a reboot, sort of? Or you talk about the movie, the reboot
movie.
movie, Lost in Space.
movie.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't see that.
yeah, that was
I
kind of
missed
crazy.
that.
Oh no! Wait, the reboot, because they did the series where they have where the kid ends up finding the robot like up a tree, half of it, and he trained the robot not to kill him or some shit. But it was just
Yeah.
it was a dark version of that, and like Zachariah Smith was a woman who was a
Oh,
psychopath.
jeez.
Mhm.
That takes it away from it instantly, because we all know we enjoyed Dr. Smith, Jonathan Harris in the original, and
Mhm.
well, the reboot movie wasn't too bad. And if you recall, in the reboot movie, they did bring back some of the original actors and actresses. Like the guy that played Major West. He was an instructor trying to train the guy from Friends, and a teacher. The teacher was played by June Lockhart for the boy, and Will, and let me think. Oh, then they brought back Marta, Kristen, one of the gals, and Veronica Cartwright as Penny. But they brought those two back as like lady reporters that were interviewing the Robinson family before they took off. So yeah, there was some of them that were still in there. It was very cool. Oh, and then they brought back the robot's voice. His name was Dick Tufeld, and they had his voice back in as the robot, Danger Will Robinson.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So
I
yeah,
met
I
Billy
think about
Mooney.
that.
Helton, how's it
Actually
going?
met him.
Helton says, "Sorry, kids, I was a nerd, so I wasn't into. I was not a nerd, so I wasn't into either. Hey, but first time I saw Star Wars, I was doing acid, so that was kind of entertaining.
Wow, I can imagine.
I don't know if I could sit through a movie like that.
Oh God.
I already dropped acid once, so
Oh God! Wow. I bet you never did that again, though, Max. Not
What's
after
that?
that first time. I said you bet you never dropped it again after that first time.
me,
Yeah.
I've only done it once. It had nothing. It wasn't like I had a bad trip or anything. It was just I was never into that scene,
Yeah.
hallucinogens and shit like that. Tried it once. That was enough.
Yeah. Well, my one of my favorite stories is about Pink Floyd's The Wall. And I remember the first time I saw it, I was in college with a bunch of people. We were sitting in a one of those college, dorm lounges, watching it on on a local public broadcasting station. This was in Tempe, Arizona, and I know some of us were pretty drunk, so we were watching it. So we watched the movie inebriated. Then somebody tried to get me stoned, and I was watching it at a friend's house, and that was kind of weird. And then the third time I said, okay, look, I got to see this totally sober, cold sober. And so I just sat in my room, and it was coming on a late night. It was so ironic. I said, okay, I'm just going to sit here in the dark, just watch the thing. Oh my God. I mean, it's so weird psychedelically, and and of course it's the guy, Boomtown Rats, Bob Geldof, that was the lead character in it. And I was like, "Oh, geez, this is insane." I don't know. I had weird dreams for like about 2 weeks.
Really?
It was nuts. Just weird. Just very weird.
Blazer says the new Terminator was awful. They capture and reprogram one to love. He laughs. He learns. He kills you with kindness.
Oh God.
Oh no.
Ay.
Oh,
Sounds
jeez.
almost as bad as when they rebooted Freddy.
Oh, that was
Mm.
disgusting.
That was horrible.
It was Jackie Earl Haley. It was like, no, you're not Freddy Krueger. Stop.
Jamie says I watched Pee Wee's Playhouse on mushrooms.
Ah,
I can
probably
see
made
that, Jamie.
sense then.
Right?
That I can see.
Now I get it.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, probably finally made sense.
Yeah,
Eric Wood, what's up?
Yeah, you know what? I still don't believe that most people don't remember this, but Samuel L. Jackson was Cowboy Curtis on Pee Wee's Playhouse. He
Really
played the role
quick.
of Cowboy Curtis.
Let me address this real quick.
Yeah.
Eric Wood says, I thought my appointment at the VA was to get my second shot in the leg, but it was the dermatologist. But I'm clear of cancer. Yay.
Yay!
Fucking A, dude.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yay!
Good job, Eric. Yahoo!
Thrilled to hear that. Good for you,
Yeah,
man.
that is awesome.
Fucking A.
Jamie Cotter.
Jamie said that you used to have a T-shirt saying "I'm pulling for Pee Wee."
That's just not right.
Yeah, there's
right,
yeah.
I know.
I was gonna say, well, better the you than me. But yeah, I don't think it was fair the way they treated him. I mean, he wasn't doing a kids show at the time that he was doing this. I mean,
Right.
he was in a movie, doing. I mean, it wasn't a good look. It wasn't a good thing, but I mean,
It's more embarrassing than anything for him. I'm
yeah.
sure.
I mean,
Oh,
they shouldn't
sure.
have. They acted like he was some kind of a monster, and it's like he's just some nerdy guy, right?
Jamie also, that's right, Jamie. Jamie says, way to
good
go,
job, Jamie.
Eric. Me as well for a month now. Cancer
Yeah,
free.
congrats to both
Yay!
of you, Jamie and Eric.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, geez.
I'm so glad to hear that. It can
yes,
be
he
beaten.
did, but it's Paul Rubens as his real life self. Mr. Lee 3PO was saying up there. Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, cancer eats sugar. And you know what? If you are on a diet where you're not having any kind of, like if you're on a keto type diet, you're probably never going to have it, or you're going to kill it because it likes
You're
to eat
not
sugar.
feeding it.
It's its favorite thing is sugar. So any kind of sugar. So if you stay away from sugar, you probably won't have cancer. It's just saying.
Sharon says, Jamie, congratulations. So happy for you.
Yeah, very. Oh, okay. That's why Jamie did it. I see.
Yes, that's why I said it's not right. It's funny, but it's not right.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But again, I thank you so much, Mags, for allowing me up here. Were you talking about cryptids before? Here in Canada, I know we have them. I mean, they're all over the place. But just like say if you're in the Pacific Northwest, you really don't see them. I mean, unless you stumble into them, or if you know where they're going to nest at, where their caves are, if they have caves. And we have a lot of lakes around here. Obviously, I mean, where we live is considered suburbs in Scarborough, Ontario, and we're right next to Lake Ontario. We're right there. So there is a lot, on either side of Lake Ontario. There's a lot of land, and yeah, I mean any to hide in that area, anywhere pretty much. There's a lot of dense forest everywhere.
I'll be getting into the forest this week. Here in Ocala National Forest. See what we can see. I want to do some. I know Mike wants to get out and do some night hikes. So we're just going to find some places to go. Normally I wouldn't bring cameras or anything, but I know he's bringing down some night vision stuff and thermals. So I have some stuff. So fuck it. I'll bring it out. I just think when I go in the woods, I don't bring anything, like I just go for the experience. I'm not there to record it but it's going to be dark. So I want to be able to see in the dark.
Yeah, it's always nice.
Yeah, having the infrared, right? Or is it the green? Is it the green infrared or the red?
FLIR.
Yeah,
I have a remember the hell.
I want a FLIR.
This right here.
I really want one.
This is pretty cool.
But they're freaking expensive.
This is a FLIR 1. This plugs into a an iPhone or an iPad.
Really?
And yeah, and it works pretty damn good. It's infrared.
Wow, I want one. What kind of price range are those suckers?
This was given to me, but I think they're around $250 thereabouts, maybe less.
Wow.
100.
Well,
how much?
That's not completely out of the wood.
Stevie said maybe 100. So it's called the FLIR 1. I enjoy it. It's pretty cool.
Cool.
And
I'm going to look that up. I had forgotten. But yeah, that would be nice around here. We have so many Bigfoot, And I mean, it's hilarious that people don't. To me now coming from, and I didn't used to care about it, but now coming from the angle I'm coming from now, that I know, yeah, they exist for sure. It's like how could we have missed it for so long?
Richie, what's
people
up?
have missed it.
I think people don't want to see it. They don't want to know that it's there.
Yeah.
Ignorance is bliss.
I guess so.
And it's not, I mean, the majority of people in the United States don't even give it an inkling of a thought. It doesn't cross their mind, ever, unless they see something and then they just, they'll see a show and either go, that's stupid or whatever. But most people just don't think that it's a legend. It's a fantasy,
I didn't realize until later that when my mom said something about don't go out alone at night, you might be taken away by a wild man. I had no idea what that meant.
Richie, happy birthday, buddy.
Oh,
but that's what they called him. They didn't call him Sasquatch or Bigfoot.
What they call the Ohio Grassman was another one in Ohio. But they've been calling, them different names, be it a wampus cat or a booger,
Yeah.
There's been all these names for them that I hear down here in the South that, it's like, oh, no shit. People have known about them for a long time, To me, this is all new.
Yeah. Well, the natives know because they got to know. Indigenous people got to know. So, they know anywhere on the earth where they are, the indigenous people are going to know because they live with them. They live there.
That's why I watch Subarctic Alaska Sasquatch with Fred Roll. Because most of his interviews and stories he tells are from indigenous people in Alaska.
That makes sense.
That does make a lot of sense.
They have nothing to gain, nothing to lose, nothing, it's like They're not
Yeah.
telling their story for the 15 minutes of fame because he changes the names anyway.
Hmm.
But I
Plus,
find those stories just amazing.
You
Well,
know
yeah,
where
those-
you get a lot of it too is in Russia. In
Oh, yeah?
Russia, yeah, they're openly have people descended from Sasquatch that
well, yeah,
claim to
because
be
weren't
descended
they
from
Yeti?
Sasquatch.
Yeah, weren't they Yeti over there? And then, of course, like most of them cross that big land
From
bridge,
the
just
wild men
Bering Strait. So
of the
yeah, into
area.
Alaska. Yeah. So that's, I
Yeah.
believe, that's where most of the stories and most of the, uh, discoveries are of like, which is like what Jamie just said about Bushmen. Well, they're known as Alaskan Bushmen, the hairy types, but they are supposed
Hmm.
to be descended from the Yeti from the Russian steppes, like Siberia and so on.
Hmm.
They do have an abominable snowmen there, so
Hmm.
it makes total sense.
Hmm.
And the other thing I was very happy about when I first discovered Mag's channel here, my first experience with uh, a Sasquatch was I saw a picture in the paper, the Arizona Republic. Someone had taken a pretty good picture of a family of 4 of them. And these weren't black bears or anything. They were literally 4 people. Well, they could have been dressed up. I don't know. But I mean, it looked like 4 kind of man apes walking into the near the Mogollon Rim. And there are gentlemen that have been hunting there before for what they call the Mogollon Rim Monster, or the Mogollon Monster for short. So when I saw Meg's channel, I said, hey, I got to check this out because I know about all the cryptids. I mean,
I have,
I saw
I
them.
have, I know people that go up there all the time. Arizona Squatch, Kenny or Kevin, he's there. He's pushing. He's trying to get 10,000 hours on that mountain.
Wow.
But his stories are a lot of woo.
Yeah.
It's a lot of woo.
Well, we do woo. That's what we do. We do the deepest of woo, on my
I'm
show.
I'm not questioning it. Who am I to say, oh, that's bullshit? I haven't seen anything
Exactly.
yet. But,
Yeah. Well,
Exactly. So a bunch of people all around the world, thousands and millions of people are seeing something, experiencing something. Who am I to say you didn't, am I going to gaslight them and say you didn't see that? Now, that's what the government may do, but not everybody's government is like that. In fact,
Jamie says I spent 1 year in Inuvik, Northwest Territory, about 150 miles from the Nahanni. That'd be the
yeah,
Nahanni
that's a
Valley.
very rugged country up there, Jamie. In the Inuvik. Yeah.
yeah.
And did you know what happened to? Did you folks know what happened to Yellowknife when they had a wildfire that went through there? It burned the place down. Yellowknife, Northwestern Territories, the whole
Mhm.
place. Yeah, this was last year. It was just last Yukon. I'm sorry. My
I
wife just yeah, the Yukon. Yeah, burned
I
down.
have my opinions about those wildfires, those so-called wildfires.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
which the
don't.
Canadian ones?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Canadian one.
I'm pretty sure they're not 100% natural. Yeah, exactly, Blazer.
Guess
Yeah.
it depends on where they're burning.
Yeah, I honestly think that the wildfires have been exacerbated by unsavory types. I think they've been used because I think Texas is being punished for not falling in line. That's my contribution to the conspiracy theory of the evening.
Mhm.
That's my conspiracy theory of the evening. But
Dina, good night.
And good night, Dina. Yeah, I have a similar theory about the wildfires that went on the island of Maui all the homes and things there.
Yeah,
It
that
made
was some weird
it-
shit.
It was
Yeah,
totally-
that was wrong.
made
There
Well,
no-
because you had
that's
people like
wrong.
Oprah Winfrey and The Rock who had properties there.
And they were fine.
Well, they had hired private fire, like a fire department or something.
Right, just before it happened.
God,
Anybody who thinks these people aren't in on something, really, you got to be sleeping. Okay? Because I hate to say, but I do not trust a lot. There's a lot of people like that that have a lot to answer for because she
Yes.
was buying up the land, of course. And now what are they going to do? Well, and okay, I really believe that they are attacking our food. That's what they're into recently, is they're really attacking the food because the wildfires in Texas went right through a one of the biggest cattle ranches down
really?
there. Yes, and really devastated it. And I mean, there were cattle running with their hooves on fire, basically, that were on fire, running out of there. That's not normal. Usually, the wildlife, they can see the fire coming. They're running. They're getting themselves out of there. There's something just wrong about that. It's just wrong. It ain't right. And I'm telling you, they're gonna find out there was some kind of chicanery down there. But
Yeah, I didn't
You know.
know how bad the fires were in Texas. I didn't hear much about that because I don't watch the news.
yeah, I
You
don't
know?
either.
I
Okay.
stopped watching the news after it got too violent and too right wing or too left wing, depending. It was like a toss up between who are we going to be tonight, the right wingers, or are we going to be the left wingers, or are we just going to not give a crap and say, oh, we'll just say anything we want to say. So,
Maybe I like leg meat better, but anyway.
Yeah.
Rex Goodrum
Yeah,
says
didn't
and
Gates buy land? Isn't it
close to the
funny how
fire.
these fires occur right next to land that millionaires have bought? Yeah, it's odd. It's odd.
I would say it's suspect.
I
Yeah,
would say,
kind of suspicious.
and Papa C makes a good point too. I totally believe that. I do. They want us to be
Mhm.
sheep.
Oh yeah,
And not no sheep.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh no, they don't want smart people out there and healthy people.
Mm-mm, no,
No, definitely not.
they want cash cows. We are livestock
Well,
in their
we're-
minds.
We're consumers and we're the
Mhm.
mighty dollar, and that's all we're good for is
Yeah,
them
So
making
they
a
don't-
buck off all of us.
they don't want to kill us right away. They want to kill us very slowly, so we need a lot of expensive medical procedures
Absolutely.
first.
No, what
You
we
know.
truly are consumers that are being pushed along with a cattle prod. It's basically,
Exactly.
That's basically it. I mean, it seems like that all the time. Excuse me. Well, even up here in Canada, which is really weird, you could go into a typical mall. Like Suzanne and I go to this place called Scarborough Town Center, and you can go in there, and on any given day, that place it's definitely like moo cattle. It's like moo, moo, and these people are moving through, like buying up all sorts of needless material things. I mean, it's just nuts. It really is. Just and of course, a lot of them are not covered up by the what thing that hit us way back, because I dare not say it. I don't want to get mags taken down or something.
Right.
But you know what I'm talking about. It's
Mhm.
people don't care anymore. For a while they were like really in they felt scared, frightened. People wouldn't come out of their homes, and then all of a sudden now you got all these because we have a lot of foreigners here, very diverse community, but a lot of people just walking around don't care. They breathe on you, they smoke on you, they're just rude.
Mhm.
A lot of them just hate Canadians, and it's crazy. I mean,
I got accused of hating Canadians recently. No shit.
Well,
no,
I
that
used
was
to
about,
be American,
that's about
but
8
then-
You
months
got
ago.
accused
Somebody
of being
said
Canadian?
I hate Canadians. I was like, what the
Well,
hell, dude? I have friends in
Well,
Canada.
China is covering roofs with blue vinyl tape rolls. There are sales videos on it, says Rex Goodrum.
Why?
Interesting.
Wow, that's interesting. Blue vinyl
Why?
tape rooms? Okay.
Yeah, why? Exactly.
I don't get that, but
Mr. Lee says
Oh,
our souls are being harvested by the reptilians.
no.
So they're not really demons? Damn.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
what's the difference, really, though? I mean, is there a difference? Do we know if there is a difference between what would a demon be like? What's a reptilian? I mean, what it, and then there are some. Now we hear that some are native to the planet, and some are ETs. So
right.
So they
Oh,
would be
wow.
from below. We have some that are supposedly dwelling below. And in a hard radiation environment.
Houghton says, look up blue roofs in the Hawaii fires.
Yeah,
On the Maui thing.
because in Maui they didn't burn. Yeah, they did
Yeah.
not catch fire.
Interesting.
Blue cars didn't either. Blue cars, blue beach umbrellas.
Stu said that's what Oprah had on her roof.
Exactly.
Blue.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Exactly.
So they basically had a protective retardant, fire retardant on their roofs of their homes, and that's why
Yeah,
they didn't burn.
basically. For
Wow.
some reason, the lasers, blue doesn't catch fire under the lasers. Has something having to do with under the DEWs, because it has something to do with the color spectrum, because they're focusing a laser, so it's
Well, I
light.
think-
So
Yeah, well, my theory is I think it also has something to do with the HAARP. That big thing that they have. I believe it's in Alaska, right? There's a similar one that's based over in Australia. A
Yeah.
HAARP station device.
yep, they're
They call
playing
it
the harp
something else
both
there.
ways
Yeah,
in
that's
both
right.
areas. They want at both ends of the planet. So
They're going to fuck around and find out the hard way.
Well, Karen,
Some things you don't mess with.
Well, see, Karen, the thing is that Scientology, in effect, is a front for the elites. I don't think people get that. Most do, but not everybody.
oh, I'm sure it is.
I'm pretty positive it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would have to be.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. They're even
And-
starting. If you're talking about reptilians, they're even starting to use reptilians for advertisements for the Mormons. I won't say how, but I've seen a couple of their ads they post while you're trying to play a game app on Facebook, and I'm telling you, they're frightening. I mean, just to watch, just to see them act so robotic and
Trying to normalize them.
yeah.
Well,
Patrick Vaughn
somebody-
said it. Sorry. An eyewitness said the fire was springing up from the ground out of nowhere.
Yep.
Wow.
I'm
Yep.
assuming you're talking about the
that
Hawaii.
ain't normal. I
That's
hate to tell you, that ain't normal.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Not
that's-
only that, but why were people in the Hawaii issue? Why were people herded like sheep down that into a narrow path where they could not get out, and then their way blocked to get out?
Where was this?
Hawaii.
why?
Oh, I don't know.
That was what happened in Hawaii. They told everybody to get on this particular road and go down that way and exit town, and then they blocked that road off. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah,
very odd.
Wow, that's interesting. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it was so hot that it was melting cars, but somehow, and tires and steel belted radials, but somehow some beach umbrellas that happened to be blue and a car that happened to be blue was untouched. It's just and if people don't think that there's anything weird about this, once again,
Yeah.
they got to be asleep.
Yeah.
You got to be asleep in order to not notice. But see, a lot of people have given up. I think a lot of people like you and me have given up on mainstream news anyway.
Well,
You know?
we gave up when we first moved back here, and so Suzanne, as I told you before, is a native Canadian. She's from Newfoundland, and I was originally born in California in the Bay Area, and I moved to Arizona, lived in a few other states around that time, and then most of the time there in Arizona, and then I moved here in 2017. So basically, ever since we moved here, it just, the landscape is changed. Well, for me, health wise, I'm feeling better. I mean, I still suffer from diabetes, but at least here I have a chance of beating it. If I was down there in Arizona right now, we wouldn't be having this conversation. I'd be dead. So basically, Suzanne
Yeah.
saved my life. She got me out of a terrible situation.
Right on.
So,
Well, the last place I lived was horribly toxic. It was full of black mold. And when I open boxes, I'm still opening boxes from there since I moved. And
yeah.
they make me sick. I absolutely cannot tolerate it anymore. If I had to walk back in there today, I would probably faint. I would probably be sick for a week. It was amazing what I was tolerating living there. But 3 people, I guess, died over there during COVID, and 5 altogether.
Yeah.
Some of them after COVID. So, oh, sorry, I said the C word. Are we allowed to say that now?
I don't know. Why not?
Hmm.
Unless
Papa
they.
Craig says, "Hey, I heard some." Papa Craig says, "I heard something bang a branch on a tree or 3 for quite a while the other night. Every 10 or 15 seconds for a few minutes. That's odd."
Oh,
That might
cool.
be his Sasquatch.
Yeah. Where is Papa C at? Where is he located?
Oregon,
Oh, he's in
Washington,
Oregon?
Pacific
Oh,
Northwest.
okay. Oh, yeah, cool. That makes a lot of sense, Papa. I have a brother. He lives up in upper northwestern Washington State. My younger brother and his wife, and they live in an area called Nansen, which is not too far. It's about 4 hours from Lake Washington, where another one of our friends lives with his wife, Patrick, with his wife Amber. Yeah, they have a lot of sightings around there. But I mean, darned. I mean, here's the thing. I'm really worried about Bigfoot. The thing is, you've had so many sightings, and you got the Patterson Gimlin film, and you got all these, and all this other this evidence, and you got footprints, and the ones that aren't fake, the ones that are supposed to be real, and you got all of this, but not a single one still has not been captured alive, and there still hasn't been one shot dead and brought in. Why is that? I don't get that.
I'm sure a few of them have been shot dead,
I'm sure.
but they won't let them bring it in.
Mm-mm.
Amen.
In fact, that was one of the things that happened on our Art Bell show. One time, a long time ago, a guy called in and admitted that he'd shot a couple. And him and his friends were out, and whatever it was, they shot him, and they panicked and they buried him because they looked too human,
Wow.
even though they were really large.
And this was on the and this was on the Art Bell radio show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
I think it was-
I heard that story.
I think
Yeah.
it was Art Bell. It was like coast to coast.
Wasn't there a
Yeah,
couple
with
friends?
Art Bell.
who were-
Close with with Art Bell. Now, when was this, Miss Ocean? Was this a few years ago, or
Yeah, this was a long time ago.
a long time ago? Okay.
Yeah, but he said he knew where they were buried, but he was afraid because they were so human-like that if they were accidentally some kind of human, that he would be, in trouble for murder.
Well,
So-
maybe he was also worried because maybe he thought they might have been, wild men that live, just off the grid, in the
Yeah.
wilds on purpose. Wild woodsmen, we call them. Because you
Yeah.
remember that one guy, that Ted guy, they finally found the Unabomber guy, Ted Kaczynski. He was living in the woods off the grid, and
Uh-huh.
I mean, before they found him. So I guess it would make sense. I mean, if the guy thinks he killed a wild woodsman guy, yeah, maybe he had good reason to leave him buried there. But darn, I mean,
Somebody
a lot of
said
the
that it has been
Sasquatches are very
debunked.
big. Yeah,
Say that
Yeah,
again.
it could be. Somebody was saying it's been debunked in here, and it went
Oh, that
by.
was Richie. Yeah, I don't know if it's been debunked.
Hi, Karen.
and
Somebody said, but I don't know.
and Hilton, also known as Foster Man, was talking about that Las Vegas thing that happened.
Well, he's saying
Like,
why did the police body cams still record automatic fire after the shooter was killed?
Yeah, I didn't understand that.
Yeah, that's
I know
weird.
I know there was one person I distantly know that was a witness, but according to what my friend said, there wasn't a lot of shooting while everybody was starting to panic because the guy that was shooting at him, the sharpshooter that was shooting at him, seemed to be militarily trained. While it was going on, and then and it's just small shots coming here and there. But then supposedly, when they said that the Las Vegas police were able to storm the building and get to him, yet there was still a lot more shooting going on as that was happening. So that was weird for him. I mean, he was just looked up. He said, "Now wait a second. This guy's supposed to be dead. The cops supposedly had already got to him, or someone did, and then yet there's still shooting going on. They didn't know where it was from. So I don't know. Just a whole big conspiracy there.
Well,
Not
Blazer
knowing
says you can't steal a casino chip out of a casino, or a chip out of a casino, but you can transport 12 plus pew pews and ammo in.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, that's stupid.
Mhm, mhm.
I've been to Las Vegas casinos before back in the day when I was, just over 21 and stuff. And I've seen a couple people try to take a few blackjack, or no, I'm sorry, crap table casino chips, right? And just try to walk out of the casino, and they're decked by a few cards. And I'm like, what? The guy only had a couple chips on him. He was going to take him to another casino, and they go after this guy, and they literally tackle him outside the entrance. I mean,
Whoa.
with just chips on them. Yeah, but I mean, you can bring the poo poos in there, the pews in there, and without any repercussions. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. That makes no sense. So
I laugh every time somebody calls it the pew pews.
pew, pew.
I can't
No,
help
I
it.
know. I read it and I was like,
It's
just go with the pew pew.
I can't help it. It's like, okay.
I think it's
I
funny.
know. I know.
It's great.
It's stupid.
And
I
here's
can't quite bring myself to do it.
here's the other thing that makes me laugh. I just recently watched way back. This is like 48 years ago. I watched an old episode of In Search of, which says In Search of Bigfoot. So this is like 1976. It's out there. It's on YouTube. It's got a channel that I have downloaded a whole playlist just for this one channel. It's called Spock Rakatotsky or something like that. And it had an old, he has all 6 seasons of In Search of. And the first season, he has In Search of Bigfoot. And of course, they showed the Patterson Gimlin film. And back then, even people said, nope, this is real. It's not fake. There's no way a guy could walk that stride, dress up like an ape and walk around like that. And, and he even scared his horse, because Patterson had to take
And
it.
attach a couple of footballs.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Jamie says
I
in
thought it was
Newfoundland they don't carry guns, the constabularies.
is that
What?
true, babe? in Newfoundland. They don't carry guns.
Newfoundland.
Yeah, the cops.
The cops found it, I think, back in 88. Before that, they were able to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, before that, Suzanne's, my wife, like I said, she's from there. She said before 1988 they didn't, but after 1988 they still do, right?
Oh, okay.
The RCMPs, yeah, they still do. Yeah. Oh yeah, they've had guns for 36 years. Yeah.
Blazer says, anyone notice the hurricane took the same path as the eclipse did?
Wow,
Mhm.
is that
True
true,
story.
Blazer? Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it
didn't
went
know
from
that.
the Gulf all the way up to, it's probably around Chicago right now. So yeah, it did. It took
Wow.
that same
That's
path.
another thing very
Thank
sus.
God. That's interesting.
Very sus, if you ask me.
Interesting.
I
Interesting.
think they're trying to build some kind of spooky narrative. And
Who?
really, well, it has spooked a lot of people, though.
Yes. In 1949, Jamie says Canada joined Newfoundland. Probably.
And I'm reading too. I'm trying to read here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am going to wrap this up here. We're at 2 hours.
They got
I
some
gotta-
knowledgeable people.
I got to throw some shoes on and head out the door. I got to go pick up Mike.
All right,
Yeah.
Max. Well, I appreciate you very much, both you and your humble spouse, for allowing me to be a part of this tonight. I really do appreciate it.
Spouse.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
Okay. What? It
Feels
feels
like
like
it
that sometimes, but no,
It
we're
was
not.
a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. I love being a part of this.
You
And,
guys
Good
night,
keep
Dee.
hanging out. Seriously, y'all took a lot of pressure off.
All right, take care, everyone.
Good to see you,
Check out
Mikey.
both these channels. We'll see you soon.
All right, buddy. Take care. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. I hope you guys had a great time.
Right.
If you did enjoy yourself, please hit that like button below. Subscribe. Leave comments.
Comments are fun. I like reading comments.
Comments are good. So, okay, we're heading out. We got an hour and a half ride, and then we got to come back. So we got
3
a few hours of driving ahead of us. So
3-4 hours. We gotta find Mike first.
this is true.
Airports are always
I'll look
fun.
it up before we leave. No, you'll look it up on the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
There's
Oh,
only one frontier coming
Yes.
into there at
So-
whatever.
it'll be easy to find. Thank you, Sharon, and thank you, everybody. for the
Guys,
wishes.
take care. You guys have an amazing weekend. All right. Again, thank you so much.
Weekend. It's Tuesday.
Oh, it's Tuesday. I'm thinking it was Thursday.
See, I'm not the only one that does that.
I
I'm, I
I'm
feel much
anxious.
better. I know. No, we'll check back in on
But you know.
Thursday.
Have a great night. We love you. Take care of yourself. Take care of one another. Peace and God bless, guys.